Funeral processions, unlike anything seen in decades, are continuing this morning, bringing Iran's supreme leader to tears as he vows to avenge his top general, Qasem Soleimani, killed by a U.S. drone strike in Baghdad. Cities across Iran are now seas of black. Our Tehran bureau chief, Ali Arouzi.
Extraordinary scenes of grief and anger, punctuated with chants of revenge and death to America. This is the largest funeral gathering since the death of the founder of the Islamic Republic in 1989.
But Secretary Pompeo said it's all a short-term crisis.
Preserving and protecting, defending America is the mission that we have. It may be that there's a little noise here in the interim.
Iran also said it's further scaling back commitments it made to limit its nuclear program. Next door in Iraq, the fallout is equally severe. Iraq's parliament voted to kick out the 5,000 U.S. troops in the country, although the order so far is not binding. President Trump fired back, telling reporters on Air Force One if Iraq does force U.S. troops to leave, he'll make Iraq pay for money the United States spent in Iraq, especially to build an expensive airbase. We're not leaving unless they pay us back for it, he said. President Trump and Iran are also dangerously trading very serious threats of war. A commander of Iran's Revolutionary Guard said his country has 35 U.S. targets in its crosshairs, ready to pull the trigger. President Trump tweeted over the weekend the U.S. has 52 targets identified, including cultural sites in Iran, even though targeting them would be a violation of the laws of war.
President Trump defended that threat, saying Iran is allowed to torture and maim our people, but we're not allowed to touch their cultural sites. It doesn't work that way.